Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Let's go, Buffalo. Love you guys. You know, one of the first times I really hung out with Sarah was, believe it or not, on a golf course. Sarah never really played golf, but that day she did. Over the next 2 hours, walked 9 holes, kept a positive attitude, kept advancing the ball, never really picked up, and then proceeded to have lunch on the patio just like any other normal golf round. And it was after that day I went home and I said to my wife, I said, man, I really hope Mark marries that girl.
So I'm going to take everyone back to a special place for many, many people in this room. Suburban Buffalo. The year was 1991. It was a beautiful Saturday morning, and I had a big day planned. It was my 10th birthday. As I eagerly ran into my parents' room that morning, my mom was nowhere to be found. My dad was still laying in an empty bed, and he let me know that the baby had been born in the middle of the night. I was pissed. My birthday was forever ruined. It was now shared with some little baby that would get all the attention and was no longer mine. Little did I know this was the beginning of a special relationship. Not only did I have a new brother, but we shared the bond of being born on the same day, a decade apart.
I'm feeling good.
But a toast to Mark and Sarah on their next venture. Thank God you didn't go into the family businesses. Love you.
I'm feeling good.
Sarah and Mark are standing under this chuppah, which represents the promise of the home that they will create together. Its 4 sides are open, symbolizing the importance of community and to participate in each other's lives. May your home be a shelter against the storms, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and love.
We love Mark. We have never seen Sarah this happy, and she's always happy, but we've never seen her this happy. When we first met Mark, he reminded us a lot of his dad, and it doesn't get better than Jeff.
True story. Denise and I have never raised our voice to Mark once. Never had to. I imagine Lori and Randy had a similar situation with Sarah. The 4 of us are truly blessed to have had these 2 remarkable babies.
How odd is it that she had to move to Florida to meet somebody from Buffalo? This period with Mark is when I saw Sarah really flourish. I see how he's helped her grow and feel comfortable in her own skin. In fact, I'll never forget when we were maybe 14 years old, Sarah and I went to a yoga class together, and she could not sit still. And the teacher kept coming over to her over and over again, telling her to just relax. And she boldly said out loud in class, "It's hereditary. None of the Bendersons can relax."
What Sarah most appreciates about Mark exudes happiness and a joy for life. And the glass is always half full. He's easygoing and fun to be with. He puts her first, looks after her, stops what he's doing to help her or fix her lunch. That's a good deal.
Something, about always looking on the bright side of things. To tie it back to golf, some of us that go out and play with Mark are not good golfers. But every time we hit a bad shot, Mark always says, all right, you can still make par from there.
Sarah's been an incredible daughter, sister, and sister. She was the first girl in our family in over 80 years. And still to this day, she has her brothers wrapped around her fingers, and from day one as well.
Mark most appreciates about Sarah. She's so beautiful. She's so easygoing. She cares about others and how they feel. She is organized and gets stuff done, such as this particular wedding. She looks after him, wants him to have everything he wants and loves. She cares for her family and for her dog and puts Mark and family first. She will stop what she is doing if anybody needs anything.
First, they dated 2020 style, FaceTime. Then the next step, they went on the longest first date in the history of the world, 17 days. No joke. The four of us, parents, said, wow, what's going on here? The rest is history. They were a perfect match, deeply in love, and here we are today at their wedding.
We are both beyond thrilled that you have found Mark, the perfect person to share the rest of your life with. Now let's all raise our glasses and toast, this is going to be the hardest thing to say, the new Mr. and Mrs. Balsam.
Just as surely as when we break this glass will be broken into a million tiny pieces, may your love last at least as long as it would take to bring this glass back to fullness and wholeness. Mazel tov.
A lot of people get up at weddings and make these bold statements about love and what they know about couples and happiness and compatibility. But what do they know? Because right before I got to this wedding, I actually just wrapped as one of the producers on this little TV show you might have heard of called The Bachelorette. So I think I'm the authority on spotting true love. And I can say without a doubt, I haven't had to force them to kiss once today. So that was a very easy day at the office for me. So for that, let's just raise a glass and say, Mazal Tov!
Don't wanna be like the others. I don't wanna be like the others.
Sarah, I'm not one to boast about my accomplishments or obnoxiously take credit for other successes, but I'm taking credit for this marriage. You see, when I asked Mark to be my best man at my wedding, my wife made it abundantly clear that he wasn't allowed to have a date for the weekend unless his intentions were pure and that he felt there could be a future with a significant other. When Mark started to tell us about you and that he wanted to have you join him for the weekend, it was clear as day that Mark felt something real was brewing. Sarah, I honestly would be lying if I could tell you that I thought Mark's smile could get any bigger or that he could be any happier. But without a doubt, your presence in his life has transcended all of that. Love you both and beyond excited to watch you guys build a life together. Cheers.
All I can say is we're the happiest people on the planet, and it's because of all of you. Even the most beautiful place on earth, which we think Kiawah is the most beautiful place on earth, would mean nothing if you guys weren't here. So thank you so much for coming. We still have a fun night ahead, but we just wanted to get that message out, so thank you.
I don't wanna see